I didn't fit the mold. Based on my body type, pedigree, and background, I should not have been a part of one of the world's greatest ballet companies.
There's a lack of diversity in ballet. Where are the black ballerinas?
Hey, what's up? It's Chris Witherspoon. You're watching thegrio.com, and right now I'm joined by Misty Copeland, the first black woman to be named principal ballerina of the American Ballet Theater and star of A Ballerina's Tale. I love this movie. I saw it last night. So amazing. But I want to dive into the subject matter. I think that people are going to learn a lot when they watch this documentary. The first thing I saw when I was watching was that most ballet companies believe black women's bodies aren't really what folks want to see. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Diving into this documentary with Nelson George, I think was a learning process for him as well. And I really want people to be aware and educated, not just on what classical ballet is and the hard work and determination and that we are real people, we're not superhuman, even though that's what they see on stage, but also the lack of diversity and the way that especially black women in particular are viewed. And that's been such a thing in the classical ballet world, is that black women are just, their body types are wrong, their skin color is wrong, their feet are too flat, and there are so many of these things that come along with being a black woman that don't even allow you to dream of being a ballerina. And I want to set that example that that's not true.
And there was a really powerful part where you said, I think sometimes people think I focus too much on being a black dancer, but I love that you focus on that. How important is it, and you kind of touched on it, but how important is it that you are a dancer, but a black dancer first and foremost?
I think it's being a bit naive for a black dancer or for a minority dancer to pretend that that's not a part of their journey. Because in the classical ballet world, their journeys are their journeys, and my journey is my journey because I'm a black woman, and I would have had a completely different path if I wasn't. So to neglect that is just, it doesn't make any sense, and it's not true. It's not my truth. So it was extremely important for me to, it just feels natural. Like if I'm going to speak about ballet, that's going to be a part of what I'm talking about because that's my experience, and it makes it that much more extraordinary to get to this level because it's never been done before. There's never been a black principal ballerina at American Ballet Theater, or for that matter in any elite classical company. So it's a huge feat and accomplishment, and to ignore the fact that I'm African American, I think is taking away all of the hard work and accomplishment that holds.
And you open up, you get really personal in this documentary, and I kind of connected with you when you were talking about emotional eating. There was a part that I was like, let me rewind this really fast, where you talk about ordering 2 dozen Krispy Kremes and eating a dozen Krispy Kremes alone. And people can't look at you, you wouldn't think you would ever do that. But I felt a connection with you for the first time, because I've done that before. What was going through your mind when you would eat a box of Krispy Kremes by yourself?
I mean, I think as a young adult, a lot of people experience dealing with their stress and pains in different ways. And for me, I was so young and I had no guidance. I moved to New York City when I was 17 years old and expected to be a professional and live on my own. And when my body started to change and I was going through puberty and I was being told to lose weight, I had no tools to be able to handle that. So I would rebel. So at this late age, when I was being told to lose weight, my rebellious side was like, well, I'm going to eat more. And in the end, I was hurting myself. And it was just this emotional hole I was digging myself into. And it took mentors coming into my life to really take that Krispy Kreme out of my hand.
I read an interesting article researching back in June. Washington Post said, "Can Misty be a celebrity and a great artist?" How would you answer that?
It's hurtful to me.
Really?
I think that I've spent a lot of my life maybe not being as seen as I am now, but in the public eye, since I was 13 years old, really, when I started dancing. And something that dancers have inside of them that a lot of people don't is this strength and determination and dedication to be able to do what we do every day. There's no being a celebrity or sacrificing that and being able to get on stage and do what we do. There just isn't. I mean, if anything, am working 25 hours a day, to be able to
and you see that in this movie, yeah.
all of that. And so I'm an artist. I'm a ballerina. I'm an athlete, and that's it.
I want to ask you that question. Can Misty be a celebrity and a great artist?
Absolutely. I mean, the celebrity comes after the art. She's been working at this at ABT since she was 16, 17. She's 30.
33.
So like she didn't suddenly just become she didn't just suddenly become like, oh, I'm just gonna hang out at clubs. She is one of the hardest working people I've ever met. Her celebrity only helps ballet. I mean, I would say this, I think she's the first pop ballet figure since Baryshnikov. And Baryshnikov did movies, Baryshnikov did TV, Baryshnikov did tons of stuff. It's been a long time since anyone from this world has penetrated where girls in the mall know who she is. That she gets invited to red carpets. So I feel like ballet needs her.
My name is Misty Copeland, and this is my story.